Welcome to a brand new episode of the Real Life Podcast, a member of the Nation Network of podcasts and delivered by DoorDash.
Welcome to Real Life, everyone.
What is going on right now?
I think that I'm in love with Matthew Tkachuk.
Are you guys all drunk?
Welcome in. This is episode 333 of the Real Life Podcast. Tyler Remchuk, Jay Chalmers, Bagnok, Wanya. Everyone made it in today. It's always exciting when we have everyone here for a pod, hey?
It is.
We did it.
The vibe is nice. Nice pre-podcast ramblings. Yeah.
Always is. Shout out to the HGA group who not only sponsors this podcast, but they were also a big sponsor of our big party on the weekend.
Sure were.
And it was a great party.
Man,
Yeah, that was.
I'm just firing at all cylinders now. Took a minute.
It's been a minute, but that was. Well, let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
We've had first of all, it's been like 2 years since we've had a watch party, but also our record in watch parties hasn't been the strongest. So the fact that we could all come together, which it's in itself is a victory, and then the Oilers lay a beat down like they did and made that a really good game for everyone in attendance. Just kind of
Give me an idea. What is like the record on watch parties? Like, are we looking at like 0-4?
It's a losing record for sure.
Oh, it's 3-30.
Like we've won a couple. We're probably like 2-8.
Yeah, it's not good.
And that was a good Vegas team. So that's nice. That's good.
It was a big game. Like that was a test, right? Because Vegas is coming.
And that's not even our defensive core. We won on defense.
It can really probably change the vibe in there.
Well, let's
we're not winning.
let's
We
give
won
the
on
love
Mikko.
where it needs. Yeah, we won on Mikko. Mikko fucking stood on his goddamn head.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. But
And some guys that needed to scored.
Yeah.
It was basically the get off the Schneid game. Like Hyman,
It really was.
Puljujarvi, Nuge.
Oh, that Nuge shot. That is
Beautiful.
that is textbook Nuge.
What was the stat? It was like the first time that neither Draisaitl or McDavid had registered a point in
Ever?
some ungodly amount of time.
I think it was the first time
In a win?
I think it was like the first time in like 50 games. I don't even know. What
In
the
a
stat
win,
was.
probably ever.
In a win, I mean,
I think they've squeaked out a few over the last couple of years.
Like
where
1-0 wins or
Shout
some
out
shit.
Colby Cave, 1-0 on the road
Yeah.
in Pittsburgh.
Truth.
But yeah, I mean, they did it in a rather unconventional way in terms of how the Oilers usually win games. That's a big, because now you've taken both games in Vegas. You've built yourself this 4-point cushion in your head-to-heads against the Golden Knights, which is going to be massive because I think they'll probably surge up and try to get to the top of that division by the end of the year.
Just talking about the game before we talk about the party, because
Yeah, sure.
there's lots of talks about the party. But with the game, remember how we talked about like team toughness and all that kind of stuff? Like, I noticed McDavid definitely was getting beaten up a little bit more in this game, especially by Stone was going after him. Even guys like Marchessault was going after him and stuff, right? Like that. And then this thing, and I talked to somebody, I don't remember who it was there, but this thing about like guys crashing into our net and not getting pulled out by the scruff of their neck and just allowing them to like get up on their own and skate out. It really pisses me off. Like,
Man, it's a
protect
thing.
your fucking net. Like, get him out. Grab him by the back of his helmet and pull him out.
If Marchessault and Stone feel comfortable enough to run around and run our star player,
And they were.
that is an issue.
And they were.
Because who are they? Who do they think they are? I am.
Wow. He said it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so that's pretty much my game notes. Mikko stood on his head. We still get pushed around way too much.
Too much.
And
well,
McDavid
Nurse
still
not
doesn't get
being in
any
the
calls.
lineup is huge.
Whatever.
Right? Nurse is the only Oiler I see who answers the bell 10 times out of 10 when shit's on the ice.
Yeah, like
And
he'll
Zach.
look
Every
for,
single time.
even if there's no
Zach.
bell, he finds one to answer.
Yep.
But I noticed, I'm noticing, and we don't want this, but like Connor's getting more physically engaged. Leon's getting more physically engaged. And like you want them to be physical, but like,
There's a ceiling to it.
Yeah, exactly. We want it to be someone else's job.
I wonder if that's why they ended up putting Cassian by Connor a little bit.
Yeah, which is great.
It's working.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're getting that contract year cast back a bit, right? I'm not saying he's fully there yet, but we're seeing glimpses of it.
Is it a contract year?
No.
No.
But there's pressure on him.
But
Like
that's that's the
Regardless
last
what you
time
want
he
to
was
hear.
really good.
Yeah.
And now he's showing glimpses again, which is good. So like having him on the ice will on that line will be a deterrent for sure.
yeah. I do think they need to maybe add some sandpaper into the bottom six here before the deadline.
Oh, coming around, are you?
A little bit. Or if you just make that left D you get a little bit of a jerk. And
Yeah,
that could work.
but so here's the thing: you don't yes, you want tough defensemen. So when they're coming in, like forwards are like, oh fuck, this guy's gonna murder me. Like that's like I'm scared of that. But like think about the scrums. Your defense can't jump into those scrums all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because that forces the face-off outside. You need some in your forward core.
I'm warming up to the idea. I'm warming up.
A
But
lot
now
of
you're understanding what we're talking about. You're thinking just meathead Steve McIntyre fight.
Can't do
Toughness.
that. No, you can't.
Chris
limit
Neal
that.
in his prime. How about that?
Okay.
That'd be good. Sean
Sure.
Thornton.
Yep.
couple more game notes. A lot of Ryan McLeod love at the watch party crowd. A lot of people talking about him. Also, Chris Russell breaking the all-time block shot record.
And yet has like
It's just-
zero love in the streets.
it's just-
Everyone's like, oh yeah, well,
I
you
love
still
Russell.
suck.
Yeah, it
I
went,
like Russell.
I've
Really?
always been.
But
I've
the
always
average, if you polled 100
yeah,
Oilers
yeah, yeah.
fans,
It was
analytics people
It was
hate him.
it was the Horkoff syndrome. The contract.
Yeah.
ruined
different
everything.
color dyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you have it.
It happens.
Speaking, this is totally off topic, but speaking of guys with different colored eyes, Max Scherzer in baseball.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see that contract?
no.
He got $130 million for 3 years,
You got different colored eyes.
and he's got different colored eyes, and he's 30.
Sean Horkoff
and
syndrome.
He's 37 years old. What? He set the record for AAV in a contract. The Mets paid him $130 million for 3 years. His
that 40?
37,
40
38, 39-year-old season.
Yeah, this is just today.
Wow.
That's
43.3
bananas.
mil.
Baseball is just
Baseball's
it's,
fucked.
it's
3 million.
insane.
And they're like on the verge of a lockout, and they're still doing this shit.
I would like to know what the highest yearly salary ever in baseball is. I thought it was
That-
like somewhere
that
at
is
30.
it.
No, now that is. Yeah,
Yeah.
but what it was before.
Garrett Cole, 36.
36.
Yeah.
I remember when Mike Trout
my
signed his
God.
deal, and I was like, the world is over.
Yeah, that looks
They're
like a
just
steal.
Giving it
I
away.
can't
It's
wait.
wild too because it's a pitcher, right? Like it's not like he's on the field every day.
There's going to
Yeah.
be some stupid
Every
stat where it's
6th
like he
game.
got $720,000 for every strikeout this
Yeah,
year or
yeah.
something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow,
It's insane.
crazy man.
Every inning pitched $4 million.
How does that negotiation go? You're like, well, I'm 38. I guess I demand the largest contract in the history of the sport. And the GM's like,
Yeah, that's okay.
Crazy.
you're a bargain.
Well, the Mets owner is like a little weird, and they missed out on a free agent earlier, and he like went on a Twitter rampage, being like,
yeah,
"This
he
is
was mad,
He was
yeah.
like, "This is so unprofessional. I've never seen an agent act like this." Blah blah.
So the next guy coming along.
So
Sean
then-
Horkoff syndrome.
Yep.
But then they went to Kevin Gausman, and they offered him a boatload of money. He took less money and less years to come to Toronto, choosing them over the Mets. So the theory is that this owner was just like, "Fuck it, whatever Scherzer wants, you just give it to him."
Sean Horkoff. Do you remember when they signed him? And it was like payback for all the Oilers that left for $100,000. Payback for David Oliver. Payback for Smitty. And then we threw the vault at the captain. Yep. Which
But he
seemed
just-
like a good idea
Well,
at the time.
and he
went to the
came
Cup
off
run.
a point a game
He was in the
season,
All-Star
so like
season one.
so
At
yeah.
the time, like when it was signed, like again a little bit before me, like was it considered kind of like a good deal? Like
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Hey,
No, it was $7 million.
Yes, 33 over 6, right?
And that was like when the salary cap was like $5.
But it was more to like prove we could spend that kind
Yeah,
of money.
well, they needed a buck up to keep someone like, and that's the thing. Like
Someone had to
it's-
stay.
You can't fault Horkoff.
Well, like,
for
and what
signing
was
that
like
contract.
Comrie leaving and
Yep.
people were leaving?
Always over money. And this
It
is where
was always
Cates
over.
drew a line in the sand. It was like, who's in the line to get paid?
Yeah.
Fling the wallet.
So back to want to go to the party. Okay, so my notes from the party
Want to
were
go to the party, meaning do
there
you
was
want
some.
to review
I wish
the
we
party?
could go to the party again. It was fun, but there were some MVPs in the crowd, and I want to throw out some MVP considerations. I know who my MVP of the party was, but somebody who could have easily won it if they didn't have to leave so early was our boy Alan Kramer, AK
Bison
something
King.
something Bison King. He showed up with a. Remember in Flintstones when they had those bison helmets when they were part of their little crew? I don't know what it was.
Order of the Buffaloes.
Yeah.
Order of the Buffaloes. So he had a buffalo hat on with a suit and then a what do they call sash that said Buffalo King.
Unreal.
Great outfit.
Bison King.
But had to leave after the first because of a kids hockey game or something like that. Right as I was going over to see
he had
him.
a tiara also in the Buffalo cap.
Did he?
That's-
Oh yeah,
it
it's the
said
Bison King. So, anyways, he was like well on his way to it, but just early season injury had to take him out of the running.
The guy that really caught my attention, and I know you're going to say it, is when I walked in, the first person I saw, aside from Yaremchuk and the romper, was Danger Suede.
Oh yeah.
Danger Suede's outfit,
Yeah.
the cheetah print jacket
Yeah.
and shoes to match was just spectacular.
He was dressed up for the New Year's Eve millennia.
Yes, so he
The
was
Millennium?
He was with
Yes.
another guy dressed
He was
up
there for Will
with
2K.
a suit.
Damn.
With like a suit and tie.
Yeah.
They wanted
Oh,
to
man,
get
they
dressed
look
up
great.
nice and pretty. And then, of course, the staple of every nation event, every nation thing that happens, Brad Stepanko in his orange jumper.
Yep.
I went up to him and I said, if Draisaitl scores, did you bring a bottle of Deuce vodka And do we have a nation beer so that if Draisaitl scores, you're going to do one right here? And he's like, oh no, I don't think I should. I'm going to go outside and do it. And I said, no,
Outside?
you're not.
In
I
front
said,
of
no,
everybody? No.
you're not. He's like, well, what do you mean? Almost like we're going to get
You're
kicked
gonna
out of it.
Coyote Ugly
I said,
dance on this bar,
Not a
Stepanko.
chance. You're doing it in here. If they score, you're going to go get it. You're going to do it in here because that's the type of flavor we need for this.
Yes, Chalmers.
Unfortunately, he didn't score. And
Leadership.
so, yeah, but like then they were sending around diabetes in a cup for everybody.
Man,
what were those?
things were gnarly.
They
Good.
were so
The oil
good.
drops.
Those
the oil
oil
drops.
drop
They
shots.
were so
Orange and blue. So a blue base in a rocks glass with a shot of something orange. I don't know. But
you don't
just
even have to like explain anything that comes in the color blue or the color
Orange.
is
Naturally
full of sugar.
occurring.
It
No
just
organic for the most
made
part.
my side hurt every time I saw one.
I did like 8 of them.
I also did.
Well, there's your hangover right there. It was a sugar rash you got.
And then just, for a couple different reasons, the MVP of the evening was definitely Romper Chuck because not only did he have to wear that romper, run around, it showed ball. It was awesome.
It showed ball.
When he put his hands up in the air, but he also had to give away all the prizes without a mic in a busy
So
bar.
funny.
It was so funny to
Can you
watch.
press one of them buttons for yourself in Triumph?
Pew pew pew. Not that one.
Yeah. Romper Chuck.
Yeah. No, like the one that goes like pew
What,
pew
what
pew.
show is this set for?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
for another weird sex podcast.
So my questions were, number one, you guys gave away a lot of stuff, which was awesome. Oh, like tons of raffles. The raffles were like a highlight, I think, for everybody. Everybody was like going crazy about them. Once again, just like the nation tournament, I'm sitting at a table where a bunch of people are winning, and it's like, oh god, people are gonna think this is rigged straight up. But it was just a natural selection, and it
You
was
have momentum,
awesome.
Chalmers.
But
You
it
don't need to
got-
apologize.
Well,
for being-
I want to provide
and
some
the fact that they
context there
bought
for people
$1,000
for people that were maybe sitting on the other side of the bar being like, what the hell is going on? So I had a crew up from Saskatchewan, from Moose Jaw specifically, and they came up with their kids. And there's this one couple, and I love them to death.
No,
but
they're fucking awesome.
They and I always support their.
This is the
charity
bike guy.
endeavors.
This is the bike guy for everybody that knows.
This is the bike. Not a good guy. Not a great guy.
Not a great
good
guy.
Did
A
you
good
come
guy.
talk to you about that?
Oh, yeah, we talked
Yeah,
about
so the
Remember
guy,
when Jake-
the guy
remember-
he's Cruz's father.
Yeah.
Cruz, the guy we had to somehow get an assembled bike down to Moose Jaw. Thankfully, business dad was going down to Regina and did a delivery for us. So shout out business dad and local waste. And but anyways, they came in and they're like, I want those pillows. There's those 2 Oilers pillows that Edmonton Humane Society provided.
Giant Oilers pillows. Yeah.
And they also like, I want that Hockey Fights Cancer McDavid
Yeah, the
jersey. Like,
pink
I
one.
just like if we can win those, that's great. They probably bought 100 tickets. Like,
Bought a lot of
their
tickets.
table, like that's the thing. Like we were sifting through the numbers. Like they had, and they were buying them at different times, and then their kids had a bunch of tickets. Like and the good thing is they supported a good cause. But like our table was like full of tickets.
The
And
funny
sure
part,
as shit, but it was sure as shit. What did they win? The pillows and the Hockey Fights Cancer jersey.
Oh, really?
They won the 2
and
prizes.
the little boy Cruz. So their son Cruz is 9 years old, and he was there in a McDavid jersey that
No,
he had just-
Draisaitl jersey.
or Draisaitl jersey that he had just purchased.
Yeah, I'm trying to
And-
trick him to becoming an Oilers
And
fan.
right off the bat, he wins an Oilers jersey. And I got to talk to Cruz. This kid is pretty cool. And like, if I would have met him before, I probably would have driven the bike down just because, like,
Yeah.
he's just a cool kid, right?
can
Like,
just talk to him.
Yeah, he just talked to him. And so he got to win a jersey like right off the bat, which was awesome because kids winning stuff. It makes
We had
their absolute life.
kid size jersey donated. So what we did is we gave all the kids that came in, which happened to be all the kids. They're only from Saskatchewan.
There wasn't that many kids.
So they all
other
each
than
got a
that.
ticket, and then we did a kids draw.
Yeah. So no, it was beautiful, and yeah, they had so many tickets, and they were just winning the things that they wanted to win. That's what was working.
It was wild, and this is they must have their own set of crystals because as we've learned, these things are powerful.
And I know that if I don't shout out my sister, she'll be pissed off. But my sister always supports us, and she always supports the
She
nation.
won a package?
Oh yeah, she won a
She
package.
did want a package, and she
This is
went.
a bad
So
look.
it was, yeah, I know it was a bad. But
we had like 30 prizes, just so you know. So like, just like 4 of them got one.
this
in
is
one
what
area.
goes back to the nation tournament. Was that my sister Desiree? She buys a lot of raffle tickets too. She loves it, and her husband who won the tournament won less stuff at the tournament than my sister did. She won more stuff than he did for winning the tournament because of the raffle prize.
No, it's about the raffle prize. It's not about winning the tournament.
And no, it's not. And then she
know they
so
cheated.
she kept her streak alive. She won something at the nation tournament. She was
What'd she
pretty
win?
pumped. She won the Sherwood Ford giveaway. So it was a cup, a shirt, a hat,
Jeez.
a bunch of good stuff. Yep.
Show.
Well, that's the thing. Our like we reach out to our sponsor because the big thing we want to do with these events is just, you spend money to come there. We want to give you swag bags to get value, but we want everyone to have a fair crack at winning some good prizes. And we always go and talk to all of our sponsors. So HGA, Sherwood Ford, Maserati of Edmonton, Yegburger, and there's a longer list, and we'll get through that here in a little bit. But they all provide and donate some great things, and that way we can give away so much more. Yeah. So everyone. There's a good chance some people feeling good. That everyone, when we announced Tourism Jasper came to the table last minute because we're talking about doing something in January. I said, hey, we're doing this event. They're like, do you think if we gave away a trip for two to the JPL and lift tickets, that would be good enough? I'm like, yeah, okay. That'll be good. And when you announce that prize, the whole party just went, whoa. And that's cool.
Can I say one more thing too? And I know JR will second this, but the Karma raffle giveaway award goes to, and also kind of like you want to see this person win something, was a guy that you had talked to that came there by himself just for the nation party. Sitting at the bar, just wanted to be a part of this thing, chatting us up and chatting JR up and shit. And so to see him win something, it's just like, that was good feeling.
Do we need a handle? Do we need a name? Social?
I don't know. I didn't catch his name.
I talked to him a bunch. I've never a name.
There's a lot of people there.
It's hard. It's hard.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I didn't know that was Dangerous Wade in the cheetah
This is the
thing.
fun of these events is you don't know what people look like in real life.
Well, that's just it. And so I know him from Twitter. He's obviously the guy that gave us those bottles back in the day.
I would have loved to have bought him a drink and say something.
But when I'm talking to him, he didn't say anything. I obviously didn't ask hey.
We should do name tags with social media
that's
handles.
kind of it. That's kind of where I'm going with that, right? Yeah. So because I would have bought that guy a drink. And, it would have been a little bit, we talked for a minute or two, but I had no idea. I would have said thanks at least for the bottle.
What you guys missed out on the prizing part was the best part of the night, because when we showed up, there was no PA, there was no mic.
Yeah, that was...
We couldn't figure that out. Mm-hmm. So Tyler was doing the prize draws by screaming into the bar. And it got so funny towards the end of the night when he was just rattling off prizes, because everybody's like, hey, quiet. And he's screaming numbers, and then people in the back are like, I can't hear you.
I'm wearing a romper.
It was the best. I've got video close up. Do you remember me filming right in your face?
I was laughing. You were right 4 inches from his face with your camera.
So I got hilarious videos of him yelling out numbers, and it's just...
We should post one on the real life social.
Of course. It was just so funny to watch you do your thing and people responding to it. So there was so many prizes. So I'm surprised you were even able to speak to
And the drunker people got... it was about, let's say, 8 numbers in the raffle. And after about the 5th number, they'd start to be...
lose
boo, or yeah. And then everybody would, yeah. And it was the drunker that people got. So it was fun.
Major variable
people
also...
were quite quiet, though.
Is that it was a 5 p.m. start.
Yeah.
And that got the wheels going, because I was looking at... Tyler and I were sending each other some text messages we were sending each other yesterday from 8:30 p.m. And it was just nonsense. Complete nonsense.
It was the perfect crime, because you could kick on for the rest of the night, or you can go home, and it 5 o'clock games are fantastic for something like that.
It just... None of it made any sense.
Read it.
So I said at 8:03 p.m. I texted Bagnook. I said, "Where are you?"
Okay.
And he said, "Duck you, Tyler. I'll get there when I bet there."
Yep.
And then I said, "Milk me."
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
8 o'clock.
Okay. 8 o'clock.
Sure.
Like I said,
that sounds exactly like a one-eye text from Bag Milk.
Yeah.
No idea, just one eye on him.
Yeah. It's 7:30 in BC when you're talking like that.
Watching Bag Milk is like the epitome of pretty quiet, pretty laid back at most times, right? Couple drinks in, Bag Milk really becomes a little more vocal.
Thailand
bartender Bag Milk.
Yeah, from these streets.
That's the trick, though. That's the key to the vault.
It really is. Huggy, he becomes Huggy Bear.
Yeah.
Likes to put his arm around you. A lot of hugs.
Good. It was just everyone was in really good spirits. It's good to see. I also want to shout out the Edmonton Humane Society. They brought a bunch of volunteers.
Yep.
And they helped go do those additional raffles for the crazy prizes. and it just it was a good vibe.
Yeah,
I
they
think
also brought a gift for Frank.
they
And
brought a gift for Frank. They brought a gift for Hot Dog.
the fact that mine made it home in the state I was in by the time the night was over is a miracle in itself.
That's actually impressive.
So I guess the last shout out then would be to, any good watch party is only as good as the venue, right? Like
Campio's great.
if people can't mingle together and there isn't TVs everywhere, it cuts the flow, but the setup was really, really, really well done, right? Like, and Campio Brewing is set up for something like that. And like, I was watching their kitchen, just pumping out the pizzas.
Oh, yeah.
And they were
max.
coming out hot and heavy. Like it was a well-oiled machine that night. And so like, that helps when people are frustrated by the fact that they can't get a drink when they want one, or they're like that can kind of kill a buzz, right? But like our server was fantastic and it was busy, right? And so that's a big shout out to them because that's a major key that you are out of control of.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Event was sold out. They made sure that to support that. They also know because it's important that it happens. But they, like I said, they added to the experience. Like everything was just so positive about it. And because of all this fun we had, we raised. I'll get the final tally, but it's over $4,000 for the Humane Society, which is great. It's wild. It's great. So thank you everyone who came, and for those who didn't, come join us on the next one because I don't think
There was some FOMO. You saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
Those pictures were going out. I got some DMs. It was a good time. Really good night.
Think about that, your M-Check. Think of all the puppies that get to go to school because you wore a romper or whatever the Humane Society does for cats and dogs.
I enjoyed, there was a few listeners there.
Feeds them.
Like real life listeners that were there as well.
Sends them
which
to
was really cool.
post-secondary?
yeah.
I met Y2 Bay on Twitter, who I DM with a lot. And I went over because they waved me over, him and his lady friend. And I was like, I don't know who you are. Sorry. And he was like, oh, we talk on Twitter all the time, Y2 Bay. And I was like, oh, now I know who you are. But it was kind of like a Dangerous Wade moment where I was like, oh, man, it was cool to meet people you interact with online.
Should I bring up my humbling moment?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
So I had to leave. We had a men's league hockey game, and so I had to leave it around after the game, about half an hour after. And I want to say goodbye to the boys, so I find your Chuck and he's standing at the bar. I come over to say goodbye to him, and right as I'm getting there, another guy comes over and he goes, "Hey, I just wanted to say hi. I love your guy. I love the Real Life Podcast, man. It's so good. Big fan." And I'm now standing there, kind of in the conversation, and so they shake hands, and I'm like, "Okay, well, Tyler, I'm going to take off." And he looks at me with this look why are you interrupting my moment with your Chuck? And I was like, okay, so I'm just going to leave now. And then I just walked away. I was like, dude.
We got to post more photos.
Big fan.
posted one today.
No, I'm kidding.
Big
Why
fan.
don't you drop one of your many catchphrases on? Be like, well, if I'm keeping it 100.
Honestly, I thought it was so funny because I kind of looked at him like,
You should put some
have
pride in your work
it's fine.
and then
that
drink.
It's fine. I don't expect to be walking around and have people fucking stopping me.
You didn't realize who you were until you drop a few hits.
I got a Dangerous Wade moment, right? And
Yeah.
but it was just funny because I looked at your Chuck and he just kind of looked at me and I'm like, I'm just going to go. I just left. But yeah, man, I wish I could have stayed longer. I heard you guys kind of went out, kind of had a good time.
There was an after
We
party.
nailed one shot. Yeah.
There was an
Yeah,
after
so
party.
should we talk about the conspiracy afterwards that your Chuck just does not buy, and let's see what the listeners think? Maybe there could be some.
I don't know. Is that something we share?
that something we could talk about?
Share, is it?
Let's keep specific names out of it.
specific names out of it. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
someone.
Okay.
So
yeah.
the game was in Vegas. 5:00 start.
Hold on. All names?
I think all names.
Famous names.
Famous
Wow.
names.
I don't want to
They're all
mention the
famous.
non-famous.
They're all
True,
famous,
true.
except for George LaRock.
Continue. Oh, yeah.
That's what I can say.
Yeah. Well, what's he gonna get in trouble from?
Well, yeah,
But-
he wasn't in Vegas 4 hours earlier.
Yeah.
There is word that some of the boys from the after party went to the Pint
Yep.
and kind of were shutting it down pretty late.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Well deserved. But
Yeah, we partied.
That some Oilers showed up to the Pint.
Wait. Don't say the team.
Okay, some
Local professional hockey
local
players.
professional hockey players
Wink.
showed up
That'll solve
to the
it.
Pint, and Yaremchuk just refuses to believe that this is even a possibility, considering that they were playing in Vegas. Yet there is eyes that say that they were there.
Plenty.
Lots of eyes.
Plenty.
So
And you just will
lots
not
of eyes,
believe
and
it.
he refuses to believe it.
Have you heard of the steel whirly birds that move you from A to B at
Some of
Mach
my
speed?
Especially
so
one
if
of
a
those
train
is private
leaves
variety.
the station at 2:45 going 60 kilometers an hour, what time does it get to Edmonton after departing Vegas?
I would just like to go
Winning
through the
3-2.
timeline.
Yes,
Game at 5. It wraps up. It ended around
7:30. It was 7:30.
About 7:30. Okay. So they got to do their post-game stuff, right?
Yeah.
The players have a routine. They get through all of that. Let's say it's, 8:15 by that point? They got to do post-game media as well. 8:30, I think they're leaving the rink.
The
probably, right?
747 lands on Jasper Avenue and
Okay.
109th
So,
Street, and they
so
get
it's,
out. And
so
then
it's
they're
now
there.
8:30 Mountain Time when they are leaving the arena. They get to the airport in Vegas shortly thereafter. Flight, you could say, wheels up, 9:15?
Maybe.
Like, is this
Maybe
okay?
later.
So this is the part I need to know.
Yeah, okay, but let's go. Let's keep
9:15.
going.
Just hold
Let's
on,
keep
hold
going
on, hold
with
on.
this. Let's keep going with
There's a small aspect of this. Is it a chartered flight?
Yes.
Or is
Yes.
this a, okay,
Of course
it's a
it's a
chartered
chartered
flight. So it's just
commercial.
just making
Jesus
sure.
Christ, that'll make $9 million a year.
I just want to know what kind of, like, is it a private? I wouldn't know if it's like an Oilers private plane. If
No,
It's Air Canada
it's Air
Jet
Canada
charter.
Jet.
Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know how they fly. Fuck.
Anyway,
Even
so
on this
they're
podcast.
they're
Back to the
flying in a
timeline.
commercial plane that's been chartered.
Back to the timeline.
Yeah.
9:15, the plane shows up.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Okay. Flight time.
2:45 from Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're
Midnight?
landing in Edmonton at around midnight.
We
Exactly.
say wheels down, but whatever.
Wheels down.
Yeah, whatever, that's fine.
Wheels down around midnight in
Yep.
Edmonton.
Yep.
You got to get off the plane.
12:30.
You got to get your stuff. You clearly packed. This
All
was
the trainers take it to the rink. I'm going out.
it was a 3-game road trip.
Going out.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
it to the
So
rink.
all carry on.
Yeah, it's all carry on.
You know what? They step in the cab at 12:45, 1 o'clock. They're there by 1:30.
No, they're there. Yeah, and I think they got there before 1:30. I think it was probably closer to 1 or
The
just
DMs
after
I
1.
started getting were at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it was like just after
From
1.
Oilers.
From
Do you
yes,
think
of
that it's
course.
such a
I just
stupid
think you
lie to
guys are
have? Like,
fucking
it's
with me.
so
Buddy, it
impossible.
happens, man. That's not the only time I've seen
I
them
know.
out on the town.
I saw
after
Jose
being on the
Canseco
road.
once at the Pint. Okay.
But like a 3-game roadie that lasts a week, I'm not buying it.
So think about it. Single players
Look at
or
him, leg
non-family
up.
Oh,
players
don't
or family.
don't-
Refusing
you're-
to acknowledge
Of course,
logic.
You're-
of course.
you're-
And we don't play till Wednesday. Like
canceling out some.
Getting after it.
they're gonna want to head out, and so they did, and they got there by 1. It's so it's so
absolutely
easy.
doable.
It's so doable.
Couple drinks
They
on the
would've gone-
plane
they would've
home.
gone
You don't want
straight
to.
there.
You don't want to shut it down.
Are they allowed to? I don't think they are.
Yeah, sure they are.
Well, you guys know everything about their flights, so how, can they
Why
or
would
not?
they be allowed to? Normal people
I
drink
thought.
on planes.
What?
You're telling me there's not a pack of beer on like a
thought
can of
some
beer
keep
on the
dry.
side?
No. Eakins kept the plane dry,
Oh,
and that
okay.
pissed off the players because if they want to have a couple beers after they win and they know they got 3 days off, like that's
Yeah.
just
Get
like
after it.
that's just
Okay. I
like
thought it was
living
a
life
dry thing.
101.
Taking it back to baseball. They'd know, but they'd
Wow,
have
that's a jump.
they'd have like beer in like the locker room for right after the game, and I think there was one manager that tried to take the beer out of the locker room and completely lost the locker room at that point.
If I'm Tip, I bet you they probably had beers in the Vegas locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, once the media is all done up and it's
Shuttle
like,
on the way to the
why
bus?
not?
Of
3-2
course.
on the road. Like that was a
So
huge
they start
win.
drinking in the dressing room
gotta
in
celebrate
Vegas,
it.
and you don't think they go straight to the Pint in a rocket car when they land?
Of course. Straight there.
Look at him.
I
He's
want-
changing
I
his
wanna
mind.
believe it, and I
Look
feel
at him,
like he
he's
does too.
squinting. I wish he had video.
I want to believe it, but I just have this feeling.
The best part
Why,
about
but
it.
why do you think we want to make this up to fuck with you? We get no benefit from it.
I don't know because you guys like fucking with me.
You already
sometimes.
wore
But
the romper.
But like fucking with
To
you in the
kinda make
sense
him
of,
feel
like,
bad
make you
for not
mad
making
or,
it
like,
all night.
to like grind
Maybe.
your gears. Like this is doing none of that.
But that would be why to make him feel bad for not being able to go
For not
all
staying-
night.
for not
Why
staying
can't you
out.
go all
But
night?
I will
I
say
don't remember what time I got home. As far as I'm concerned, I got home at 5 a.m. and I stayed all night.
Oh, he
BM,
thought he
you didn't
partied
see
all
him?
night. Leave him alone.
No, I was home. Like when I said bye to you, it was probably 1:45 when I left.
Oh, okay. I was chaperoning a bunch of people from Moose Jaws and they wanted to party, so
Yeah,
late night.
because I was there with me, Mrs. and she had had a couple of cocktails.
Yeah.
I loved her, by the way.
Yeah, she was very nice.
Yeah, she was great. And your Ramchuck, how did your girlfriend? Did she make it?
Yeah, she got to drink filtered water all night. She was thrilled. Not tap water. That's the joke.
What a blessing! Can you believe it? This is what she's. Can you believe it?
What did you
She
say
got
to
to
her at
hang
some
out with
point?
your Remchuck and drink
I don't
filtered
remember what I
water.
said,
Why was
but
she only drinking filtered?
Well, because Remchuk is
She was DD, wasn't she?
a tyrant.
No, she wasn't. She was not.
But she took the opportunity to have filtered water though the minute she could.
That's actually the next morning. She's like, I had like 4 or 5 glasses of water throughout the night. I was like, really? That's awesome. Good job,
She's
sweetie.
like, thank
Yeah,
you,
she's
Tyler.
like, oh my
Thank you
God,
for
like-
just being you.
Thank you for being
Thank
you.
you for providing me with this.
I
type of
My
apologize
parents
knowledge.
didn't
to
like
her
you
on-
when we first started dating.
On
And they
behalf
haven't
of
said anything to
humanity.
the contrary since, but thank you.
When they find out that I drank 4 glasses of filtered water, buddy, you're
They're
down.
gonna forget about
Golden.
that toilet
But-
incident for sure.
There was a couple of, for me, great family moment because my sister and my brother-in-law came.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I do not think I've ever seen my sister that drunk. It was hilarious. hilarious.
Ever?
Like ever. It was so funny. I was laughing hard. Caroline and
Mike,
my lady, got along very well. They exchanged phone numbers. They're now texting friends. So
good.
that was a big moment as
that's
well.
nice.
So
It's a
yeah,
lot for the gals.
yeah. It was a monumental evening.
Yeah, and shout out to Caroline for helping you out. You were supposed to be both on microphones, but I think initially poor Jared was just running around frantically to try to get a microphone system. We actually tried to use the karaoke machine that we're giving away as a prize. Didn't work. Wasn't loud enough. But
You can talk, but it plays
so-
Mo
I-
Sharia Moore in the
I
background.
actually think you yelling added to it. I don't know.
It was
funny.
like a charming nation element.
Yeah,
I think, right? Next
I-
time I'd like to have speakers.
of
but-
course, but like
if
for
it
that
went
one
off
instance,
perfectly, it would have been
Not a nation. Party.
not an Asian party.
But honestly, it went off
did.
real well. Like the team was good. They were prepared. Humane Society really stepped up.
Yep.
Our sponsors came and helped. So
And the people just that bought tickets showed up ready to go.
ready to go. And what was interesting is like, and maybe this is a 5:00 game on a weekend. Like sometimes just everyone shows up at once. It started like it was just coming in like nice controlled groups. So it was very manageable.
It was a great time.
But the
I
next
miss
thing you know, you
parties, man.
blink and the whole bar's packed.
Yes.
yeah.
I really missed
All
events.
jerseys.
Oh, you missed
all-
doing stuff?
Most people wearing jerseys, something Oilers.
Yeah.
That's the good. Like when I walked in, I was just unbelievably blown away by how many people had Oilers gear on. And then I came right in, took a picture with your Chuck because of the romper. Unfortunately,
My girlfriend took a photo of us, and then you went up and you said, "What the fuck is wrong with this
I
photo?"
said, we need to talk. We need to talk because you are a millennial and you don't know how to take a picture. She took it from down below, and
it made you look like a
that to a
very
short,
short
fat person is not a great angle.
That's not you. That's the camera's fault.
I don't think she's a millennial
Why is your
either.
girlfriend so
Well,
mean?
whatever.
for the record.
You know what I mean. Somebody who should know how to use it. Anyway, I appreciate her. She's
We
really
all have
good. She's
angles,
so nice.
Chalmers. We all have angles.
thought this picture
you
looked
gotta
fine.
hit your angles.
Yeah, for you, because you look nice and tall and skinny and
I do tower over you quite a bit, actually.
well, I'm short.
Most of that's the angle.
The romper
that's the angle.
was
Most
a
of that's
smash.
the filter.
So then I asked Dan to take one from above, and boy, apparently he's blind as a fucking bat too, because he's just the lighting. We're basically faces just blacked out. Our bodies, we can't even see us. We're silhouettes. I'm like, does anybody here know how to take a picture?
Some of those photos that came out, like I said, Tyler one yesterday. Tyler and I did a shot with Eric Sabrowski, and you and I look like the drunkest
picture?
people alive.
Picture.
Yeah, he was there.
He was in the house.
Did
Wear
he-
name
He
tags,
had
people.
Tommy
That's-
John like 2 weeks ago. He had like the bionic arm on.
Come
How
on,
did you
he
not
still
notice
came
him?
to the
Oh,
party.
that was him?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a big dude. I
Yeah,
saw
he's
that
sick.
guy.
He's
a
sick.
big
He's
boy.
a professional
I was saying,
athlete.
I'm like, look, that guy must have just had elbow
So
surgery.
is he just rehabbing up here?
I think he's going,
back down
He's
right
going
away.
back down right
Well,
away.
fuck. See, I wish.
Cool.
He's gonna come to our Christmas party. I invited him.
Gangster.
I think
that's nice.
if I didn't have
Yeah,
a
that
men's
would-
league hockey game, I probably would have had a couple more cocktails and been a little more
I
social.
guarantee you would have had a couple
Yeah,
more.
but goddamn, 11, 15.
Next
men's
time,
league.
that's
next time you want to say I'm only 5'10", Charles, you just look at this photo. all right?
No, that's not a burn to me. I just have no concept of like people's heights. You're taller than me. That's how tall you are.
there's me, and then there's everybody
There's me, and
else.
then everybody else.
They're all one height. More.
It's a great photo of me and you. Hey, Bagman.
I just hammered.
So bag milk. A lot of did people
Please
come up
drink
and were they
responsibly.
like, "Oh, you're a bag milk. It's so nice to meet you," or
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Do you like
the
or
worst kept
dislike
secret,
that?
really.
Yeah, it's
It
like,
really is, I mean.
because here's the thing: if you go to one of these events, chances are you've been to one before.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, after I've had a couple of cocktails, I'm just out and about, man.
Well,
loose.
Bang
loose with
is
it.
literally standing right in front of your Remchuk, videoing him like 4 inches from his face, like really
could be
putting
anybody.
himself on blast. But which in itself was
The
hilarious.
only thing people know about him is that he wears a toque at pretty much every day of the year,
Yeah.
and he was the only guy in there with a toque on.
Yep.
So,
And-
yeah, no, pretty safe to say. we
But
knew
like
who
I
he
had
was.
some really hilarious conversations. I met a table of dudes that they've been betting on my dog all year. Frank's picks.
That's amazing.
How are they doing?
He's
Awesome.
he's 16-4. So they're doing great.
You're up 12 units, baby, or somewhere around there.
Yeah. So they told me, they're like, man, I'm just straight up betting the money line on whatever Frank tells me. I was like, that's
So
a
what
bad idea.
did Frank pick Oilers that game?
Yeah, he picked Oilers
Money
to win
line in
Vegas.
that game was plus 118, and I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. Like that's
Road
that's
dogs.
heavy value.
I think one of the listeners, William, his table of friends, got a front row seat of me watching the Oilers miss the empty net chances because I had the puck line.
For the
Oh, you got greedy. They were plus on the money line. You don't need to chase it.
We won 5-3.
No, it was 3-2.
Yeah,
We won 5-3 in
I always
Arizona.
imagine 3 fictional
Tape
goals.
delay in Arizona. Yes, it was 5-3.
Fuck.
You won 10-1.
No, I was sober. Like I was driving. I drove home. I
Did
had
you
to
win
go
your
to a
mentally
game.
game 5-3?
Chalmers, I just assumed you went to the
No,
game
we
half
won
of
that
the bag.
7-4. We won that game 7-4. 11-15 is just
Oh, it's gross.
unbelievable. My body was hurting so bad.
Should be illegal.
Should be illegal. I did not.
The
However,
Oilers were almost landing in Edmonton 11-15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're already on their way.
No, the fact you're smiling and bringing it up, I think it's a ruse again.
yeah, the more you
I
say
just
shit
love
like
it.
that,
you know what? I
remember.
have zero. I give zero fucks if you think it's real or not. You know what was real though, and I missed it so much when Rick was walking by and gave me the wave for a cooler pop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, the last one I did was when the Germans were in town.
It's a cooler pop.
It's when you go to the cooler and have a pop.
Other people who've drank cooler pops include players I cannot name from local hockey teams and those that are big stars from other teams.
And so the feeling that's good about a cooler pop is that you get to go into a cold cooler, but you get a free pop.
While the bar's jammed full of people. And you
Yeah,
get a
it's
little
kind
peace
of
and quiet
nice.
and you can talk
It's a
and
nice
eat.
break from the madness.
Especially if you're a mega celebrity.
you can hear things.
I kept walking around the bar in my romper and like multiple times they're like, "Hey, you're that guy from TikTok. You're that TikTok guy." I was like, "What?"
Well, that's what's so funny about Cruz because he's like he only knows the nation from TikTok. So the only people he knows is Waz and Caroline.
And me.
When you a bit.
Okay.
Romper guy?
And he shouts me out anytime I made it on TikTok because that's a big deal to him.
Okay.
But yeah, he's just like, that's that guy from TikTok. And he was just like beyond, because I asked Caroline if she would do a pregame prediction with him, and I told him that he could do a pregame TikTok prediction. And he was just over the moon.
That's gonna get him some major clout in his friend
Yeah,
group.
he's it's good. That kid had a
Is
nice.
he, because he's a born and bred Leafs fan, is he not?
Yeah, he's a diehard Leafs fan, but we're getting him. He's almost converted. He said he's almost converted. Because there's no reason why he should be a
What
Leafs
more
fan.
does it take, Cruz?
And for some reason, even more specifically, he's a Mitch Marner fan. Yeah.
Can't win them all.
Well, we're working on it.
Well, so that was the party in a nutshell. When's
was
the
a good
next one?
time,
Is there
man.
another one this season?
Oh, yeah, we'll do another one. What we're going to be doing, actually, Chalmers, and thank you for the segue, is we're going to dip our toe and try a new concept called the Nation Convention, which is a nation party. But what we're going to do is we're partnering up with Backside Tours. We've tied up, I think it's 99 or 100 tickets to the BOA game.
We talked about this already on the pod.
Yeah, but now it's kind of coming with more format. It's going to launch this week. So
People need to hear a message 7 times before they respond to it.
exactly.
Fair.
So we're going to be any listeners in Calgary want to come up for this game? We've got a bus that we can get up to 50 people in. We'll be launching the packages, so it'll be bus, ticket, hotel, and then we're going to do a pre-party. Do an event starts at 5 because 5 seems to be a great time to start things, as we learned this weekend. And then also we're going to open it up for other people, another 50 people from Edmonton to come be a part of.
And you know what, Chalmers? If you live in Calgary and you want to defect and you just want to take the bus to Edmonton
Yeah,
and
just don't
stay
take it
here,
back.
this
Yep.
is the perfect time.
Really
this
great
is how
time.
you escape your family. You
Yeah.
say, I'm going to the Battle of Alberta game in Edmonton.
If you want to,
never come
If
home.
you want to defect, we've got Safe Haven here for you.
Ken Holland loves helping people defect.
Yeah.
He'll welcome you into Edmonton.
Yeah. So this is the litmus test because we want to try it, and we're going to do it with people from Calgary coming up to Edmonton. But also, if anyone wants to come and participate in just like the tickets, we can also get you a hotel room. So if you live in Grand Prairie, Lloydminster, anything like that, you can buy a package and come be part of the Nation Convention. And then we want to try to see if we can take that another level further next season.
Sounds good. Sounds
So
fun.
that's the next
fun.
party. So Jan 22nd will be the next viewing party. And then we'll work on some more later in the season. We've got to do a brunch party.
Brunch parties are great.
Brunch parties are great.
Yeah, I love the brunch party.
So I know there's a couple games, I think, when they play in like Florida or Carolina or something that are in the morning.
Yep.
So we'll.
you want to
keep
talk
on
about
those.
getting messy? A brunch party.
Brunch parties are the best.
Wow.
They are a hoot.
Because last time we had beer mimosas on sale when we did it, we just had the best time ever.
Yeah, that was good.
So, go ahead.
You can still survive or like not throw away your entire day.
A
Can arrive alive.
One of those brunch parties has to have like a mimosa bar with all different types of juices.
Oh yeah.
That'd be delightful.
How good is like
Delish.
a mimosa bar? We went to a football game once where the pregame the bar had a mimosa bar.
It was
20
It was yeah.
20
sorry.
bucks,
Yeah,
unlimited.
Unlimited.
Any juices you want? You want a guava mimosa? Hey, there it is.
There you go.
Want an orange juice? Want an apple juice?
No problem.
Doesn't matter. There's
you
17
need.
juices over there.
You got orange?
Pick one. No,
I'll take one.
I don't even know what juice that is, but I'll have it.
I did the
Try it up.
mimosa flight
Sir,
downstairs
that's
at
where we
Dog
put the
Patch.
spoons to clean.
Ah,
Yep.
like a bar mat almost.
I'll have it.
Delish.
How was the flight downstairs?
Fantastic. I didn't know what they were, but I drank them all.
Oh, the downstairs mimosa
Yeah,
flight.
yeah. Real nice.
It's good.
I haven't done that yet, but I should.
Gals
gotta.
love mimosa.
Let's do one
flights.
next.
Yes,
next
that's why I was here. It's
next
great.
pod.
I ended up drinking them all.
All 4?
Yes.
Yes. The apple cinnamon?
Always.
So
I wasn't driving.
I want to throw something out too. This is off topic too. That's how I roll because I got about 4 more things I want to talk about today. I want to shout out to a guy who's a nation citizen who is in our fantasy football, the Nation League, and he goes by the name of Ryan Felton. He is captain _Felton
Captain
on
captain.
Twitter, and he interacts a lot with us. Well,
The captain.
the past week he did something that I would love to do. I would love to dream about doing this. Me and my family, we sit down, and there's not many shows that we can all agree on, but one of them is Family Feud. We love it.
Family Feud.
We just love it. Like, it's the best. We go back, we watch every single one with Steve Harvey, and we go to the Canadian one and watch every so often. Well, Captain Felton, our boy Ryan there, he submitted his family for a team, and they got on, and they were on.
He was on? He was
They were
on Family Feud Canada.
3 times in a row, returning champions, the Max.
Wow.
3 times. So and he was the lead. And then the rest of his
And
family.
you watched the episode?
I watched the episode. I watched one.
Unbelievable.
I watched one of them, but they're like.
Did you know he was the captain?
Family Feud. Oh yeah, like he's posted about something on Instagram, and I was just like, "You're doing this," and so I started talking. I guess he says he just said, "Yeah, you just got to submit your family." Like, apparently, I don't know.
Chalmers, you got to do
Buddy,
this.
I know. So they did really well. They won 3 games in a row, but pretty sure they went 0 for 3 on the fast money, on the big money.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And the one that I saw, the 2 of them didn't even get to 100.
Chalmers don't downplay 3 wins in a row.
But dude, just such
See, I wonder how you would do Chalmers. Like, I love Family Feud.
I love it. Yeah.
I think I would do well at it. However, the pressure of the
Yes.
time would be much different.
And that is
The
the one
lights,
thing that I have to
the big
say.
sets.
He and his family, and most families are, I don't know what they do to like calm you down and get rid of your nerves, but nobody ever
Sedatives.
seems nervous.
Sedatives, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's
maybe.
taking
They have a
Xanax.
mimosa bar before you go in. Guava. Little something there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure you can go on demand and you can watch Family Feud Canada. Just if you want to see a boy, like somebody you interact with. I've never
That's
met him.
unreal.
But the
Super
dude
cool.
was on it. I feel like I know him because we talk a bit about football and hockey and stuff. And I just thought it was cool. And it
shout
just
out.
made that goal of like maybe me and my family going on Family Feud like attainable.
You should, Chalmers.
I think it
I
would
would
be
love to see
amazing.
what
Blazed
Family
the
Feud.
trail for you.
Yeah, he did blaze a trail for me.
I would love to
Do
see
it.
what
Your
Family
family
Feud
would
is.
be wildly entertaining.
Could you
I
keep
think it would
from
be great.
spazzing an entire show? And how old do the boys have to be before
Well,
they're
no, the boys. I don't think the boys would come. I think it would be like me, my sister,
yeah,
my
I see,
wife,
I see.
maybe my brother-in-law, and then like my older brother.
You guys would be the best on
be very
camera.
Because my
Oh,
older
yeah.
brother, we never talked about my older brother, but I have an older brother who's like 11 years older than me.
Yeah.
And if there is somebody who can, that is more intense in the way that they compete.
What about Mama C?
Well, that's, I mean,
Oh, you got to bring her and Elsie.
yeah, I don't
Oh,
think so.
jeez. No?
No, my brother would be a
Music
gift
trivia.
that keeps giving. yeah, out there.
Oh,
And
because he knows the world of music.
he knows a ton of shit about family. Like he would know a lot about that. And but we play Family Feud as a family, like at Christmas time, and
It's
the
a
amount
feud.
of arguments we can't even finish a fucking round half the time. And so it would just be hilarious for like when we get the X, he'd be like, "What are you talking? Are you sure?" And I'd be like, "Are you serious right now?" Like,
Yes,
Jerry D.
yes,
I'd love to see
yes.
that.
I
for Family
Please
Feud.
do
Let's
apply.
it.
well, so I'm honestly I'm gonna contact, like I've been talking to Ryan about it but I'm gonna contact him and be like, "Hey,
The
what's the
captain.
process? Like, what is it?"
He'll know a producer, too. Just be like, hey.
I
who'd you
started
deal
to
with?
the point where I was like, how do you decide what your 3 outfits are going to be? Like, do you do it as a family? Think about the preparation it takes. Because I
You need
think
to
one
get
day they
tailors
all
to
wore
make the
denim.
same outfit in different sizes for everybody. Like Jackson
Like the
5
rompers?
shit. Yes.
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 Or try
Chalmer
to
family
work
in a
in-
romper.
I would love it. I
Like in
honestly
berries?
would love it so much to be
I'd
on
love
that
to see
show.
you on it.
Yeah.
I love Family Feud. It's a great show.
You could get a screenshot of you guys and you could frame them and give them to all the family members and like put it over your mantle with the
Just-
logo in the background and you telling off Jer in the shot.
Just
like,
the action pictures of him and his family.
Now, question though, since you're a fan, I know it's not possible because where we are, but if you had your preference, Jerry D or Steve Harvey?
Oh, I love Steve Harvey. Steve
Gotta
Harvey
be
is
Steve Harvey, right?
like
I've
Gary
never
D.
watched a Jerry D episode, but
Jerry
man,
D-
Steve DeHarvey is hilarious.
He's one of the
Harvey's the
best game show hosts ever, especially when he like makes fun of people's answers for how bad they are, and he just goes off on these tangents. And oh my god, he's one of the best hosts of any game show going. Steve Harvey.
I follow an account on TikTok that is Family Feud bloopers and Steve Harvey reactions.
So there's one, and you should where it's ex NFL players, and the guy says the question is if you could have any tool attached to a pirate's hand or whatever, what would it be? And the guy says. And Steve Harvey goes on to the next one and stops Fast Money and just goes off. And it is one of the funniest interactions because this huge man is standing there and Steve Harvey's just like, what the hell is wrong with you? You would love it. Yeah, you could go down a whole rabbit hole of those bloopers. That would be a funny TikTok page to follow.
I'll send it to you.
Before we get
Don't
going.
let this be like when you were going to do the construction segment every week, then you never mentioned
Or
it again for 6
or
months.
the fights that I was wanting to do for the last couple of weeks.
There was
which-
another good one.
There
I
was one of
gonna
the
send you.
Oiler.
Yeah, I will not
have
let
to
this
apply.
I will not let this one fade because my wife would love it. My
Yes.
sister, like we would all love.
Your wife
to
is
do
a
it.
legitimate celebrity, so it's not that hard to think that they wouldn't be like, gee, she's photogenic. It's because I'm on the TV 24 hours a day. Oh, okay.
That's not a bad point.
But Chalmers,
Yeah,
you saw the fight that happened.
I
the
did.
guy took off his prosthetic
that was a
leg.
lady.
Did you love that?
The lady took off her leg
I-
and beat a person with it.
So yes. So this fight has a
Send it to
few.
Chalmers Quick Sticks.
This fight has a few things that I have to say. Number one, so if we're going to start any fight rank, like any fight, breakdown, it's going to have to be a cameraman ranking. And this has to be down below one of the bottom. The fact that I've only seen one angle of this and it's from behind, sure, it gives you the perfect view of her removing the prosthetic leg and then trying to swing it. Of
course.
But you pretty much get lost in the shuffle after
Yeah,
that.
it
You
is,
don't
yeah.
really
The
see much
shuffle.
else.
They need the drone footage. Where's what's
Where's
the
the
cam say?
where's the alternate footages? That's what I'm calling for. So
There's always
Has to
normally
be.
multiple angles.
always,
Has to be.
and especially when a prosthetic leg's involved, you got to see that people are going to be making like. I haven't had a fight sent to me as many times as I've had this one.
No,
sent to me.
Chalmers, my question for you was, like, does that lady remove her leg and fight with it at amateur sporting
that's
events?
not her first time.
At amateur sporting events, and this is her going pro?
That is definitely not
Did
her
she
first
go
time.
to the game? You're removing your leg to fight with it?
It was
You
quick
know
too.
what you're
Like
doing.
it was fast.
Yeah.
Quick to
Yeah,
the draw.
like,
And
that was a
the-
snap decision. To
The
pop
balance,
Muscle memory.
the balance she had
Yeah,
on the
on
one
one
leg
leg
was just
while
remarkable.
punching,
You could
yeah.
tell this wasn't her first
When
time.
you lose a sense, something else gets stronger. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, no, she's definitely done it. I don't know if it's at amateur sporting events, but clubs maybe. I don't know.
What did you think about the
Church.
ladies fighting at the Dallas Cowboys game? That was the one from about a week ago. What?
I didn't see this one.
Oh, there's so many to keep up
Cowboy
with.
Stadium on the
there's a
concourse,
lot.
and it's 3 ladies just,
Oh.
and the one
Oh,
lady
yeah,
tried
they
to
were-
jump over the counter.
They were chucking them.
Yes,
It was
with the staff.
yeah. They were fighting each other and the person.
I feel like
selling
I've seen this,
popcorn.
but I don't feel like I paid it. I gave it its respect.
I watch every fight now as though I'm watching them right beside you. I'm like, Chalmers isn't going to like this one bit, everybody. As
Yeah,
though
I see-
you're the fight
I
judge.
want
Everyone
to
has
see.
to apologize to.
I want to see if the person that was going to be the victim of a clubbing actually got hit.
a legging.
A legging. Yes.
A legging is the technical term.
Before we keep going on, it's holiday shopping season. You know?
Oh, thank you, Twig and Berries, for your gracious donation for the prize giveaway at the event.
Bingo. Also, if you head to twigandberries.ca, if there's someone in your life who's hard to shop for, I guarantee you can find something they'll like on Twig and Berries. They got so much great stuff. And also, at the very bottom of the website, spin to win. Enter your email, spin the wheel, win a prize. Simple as that. twigandberries.ca or
That sounds fun.
promo code Nation15, 15%
When you see
off.
when you see your MTech with the look on his face like I'm about to read and we're talking, we got to just keep talking over each other so there isn't a moment
So
for him
he
to
can't get
interrupt
in?
with his commerce.
I will always find, and also I can just mute you, right? Just ding, ding, ding.
That's
Mute the 3 mics and then just do my ad read.
He's the only one who knows how to work the roadcaster.
He's in full control.
He is in charge.
I'm gonna learn how to use it this week, Wanya.
Oh yeah, like how Chalmers is going to do that construction segment and then didn't mention it again for
I already
3
talked to Tyler about it
seasons.
yesterday.
It's very easy.
So notice how I haven't told anybody to undo your hose bibs? Guess
Yeah.
what?
There's 30 new jobs lined up in the
Because
spring.
the weather's so
All
good.
of a sudden in the spring, the ads on the podcast are, did you not listen to Chalmers? Hire Chalmers to fix what Chalmers told you not to do.
Yeah,
Would this
true.
not be one of those times when that could fuck things up extra?
When it's freezing and
When
thawing.
it goes up and down like that?
I mean, it's not great for an outdoor rink. I'll tell you that much.
That's not what we're talking about.
No, I mean, there's not a lot that could be going wrong right now, other than what we see like happening on the roads. But like,
Did you see how
the one-
uncommitted to house maintenance Chalmers truly was there?
Yeah.
When you're like, what about for
No,
your
I-
house and the hose? He's like, your outdoor rink's fucked. Doesn't care about your house.
No, because
one
I'm
drip.
thinking about the house and the hose. You know what's happening is my eaves troughs are kind of taking a beating because
yeah, mine
they're-
too.
Yeah, they're getting full of water and then they're freezing overnight and then it can't bend down and it's getting bent up and it's.
One time this summer,
That's
I
pretty
came
much all
home,
that I can
Chalmers,
think
and
of.
there was one of those door hanging ads on the Wanya Manor's door.
From
And
what? Girls.
No. It's like, do you want your eaves trough cleaned? And I was like, shit, I should get my eaves trough cleaned. Then I looked again at the ad.
Did you have to look at what
It was
eaves
my
troughs
own
were?
house. They'd taken a photo of my own house for their fucking door hanger, and then it was my own house staring back at me in an ad for getting my eaves trough.
And you didn't call and say,
Excuse me.
maybe a free one for the picture?
Is that illegal? I don't know.
Well, it's not illegal.
Well, that's for the courts to decide.
Are you going to take action?
No.
No. So anyways,
Chalmers.
Though, and flex on your house, though, I guess.
big flex.
Like,
Obviously, your
no, it
house
was
is
more
nice.
like, do you want your house to not look like this guy's house? Come there and we'll fix you. We'll fix you up right
Maybe they
away.
just wanted to show, because your house is 3 stories, correct?
Correct.
Maybe they just wanted to show that they were willing to go up that high to do it.
The other
to
time my
clean
house
up-
was famous recently was when there was that camp in the River Valley, and they were talking about how people in the River Valley are freaking out, and then they showed my house. I didn't even freak out. And my sister phoned me. She's like, why is your house in the news? I'm like, oh, no, what happened? And she's like, I don't know. They're talking about that camp. And then they said people are freaking out, and they literally showed the front of my house.
Oh, you know what I
Poster
learned
child
about
people who freak out.
weather like this, Chalmers?
What?
You know how the icicles are forming off the eaves troughs?
I do.
I was told to knock those off to save the doggos because sometimes they fall and they'll hit your dog. if they're
boy.
outside.
Yeah, absolutely, they will.
So,
Could hit anybody.
anybody. So I went and knocked mine down the other day. Save Frank.
Say Frank.
Yeah, you got to keep
You
Frank
let him
going, 'cause
sniff
he's
that
on a
couch,
heater.
though, today, which was,
He found it.
buddy.
It's remarkable what you find
His
on your
claim.
travels.
I don't know how, where are you walking?
Man, I'm out
Actually,
and about.
don't say it, because I
Up
live
on a
around
boat.
there, too.
What's the code to your door?
Yeah, we don't live that far apart, pal.
No, I know we don't. But that chair was disgusting. And then I noticed in the corner, you letting Frank put his face all over him. Get him away from there.
Man, he found it.
That good boy doesn't deserve that.
No, I agree.
I'm
I agree.
smelling years of disgust.
Yeah.
All right.
Today's walk, I found a few treasures, so I can spread those out.
Banked
It's a
contact.
gift that keeps giving, the free stuff ones.
So funny.
Yeah.
Such a great bit.
I do love it, too.
It's that hashtag the good life and Kennedy's Leon Draisaitl, you hot bitch.
So
stuff.
funny.
Those two are my favorite
So
things on
good,
the internet.
Kennedy.
They will never not make me laugh.
She's funny as hell.
Kennedy
She's
is
so good.
So good.
So good.
She's so good.
So I met Kennedy for the first time actually for real in the office last week, I think, maybe 2 weeks
2
ago.
weeks ago.
But anyway, I told her, I was just like, hey, if you want to get weird with your ideas on memes and stuff, go for it. But I'm like, but what I want to do, could you please start like a shared drive with me where I can see them before they go up? That's all I care about.
Gonna
She's
steal
like,
them all?
no, because now I've just got this amazing folder in my laptop that she just keeps dumping stuff in. And every time I check, it makes me laugh out loud.
And she doesn't use them all.
Doesn't use them all.
Really?
She just banks screenshots for
you gotta
stuff.
just
like-
make sure you're pumping that all
It's like artists who have unreleased music.
Yeah, it's
They
like
just let
Tupac.
it- yeah.
She's the
This-
Tupac of memes.
Wanya, I'll let you see this folder. I'll let you into the folder. It's a play
what
it's
sort
a play
of
place.
device do I use to get?
Oh, it's just a Google Drive.
like a smart toaster,
Yep. Yep.
like a Fitbit watch.
I'll get you faxed in.
Fitbit watch. Yeah, I don't have a Fitbit watch.
Dial up.
No, me neither.
No,
I don't want one either.
no.
I don't have one of those fancy smartwatches either. You have one though, Bag Milk. You said you
I
like
love
it.
it.
Yeah.
I love the data. I'm a nerd for that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, like the health data? Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sleep data, all of it.
Yeah, that I can kind of get behind. But then it's like ringing and buzzing all the time too, right?
You can turn that off. Just make it a normal watch. I do that sometimes.
I remember when Dick Tracy came out. It's like one day your watch is gonna have this little antenna that pops out, and I was like, maybe when I'm like 300 years old, that blows the doors off Warren
yeah.
Beatty's Dick
Oh, yeah.
Tracy watch, and it was within 10 years.
We were doing Dick Tracy stuff, so a couple of people in my family have Apple Watches. And there's a walkie-talkie function in here that's really fun to play with when you're around other people that have them. So we were like buzzing each other around the house. It was just fun. Silly shenanigans.
Silly shenanigans.
The party this weekend also got me excited for our staff Christmas party. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Do we make that public? No, we don't. You
No.
already invited people to it.
Well, just one. He's got a robot arm.
Robbie the robot?
Yeah,
He could
essentially.
put his arm back on, but I can't, so play safe.
So Eric was showing me how this thing works with his Tommy John surgery, and he's like cranking it open and cranking it shut. He's like, "This is what makes my arm move right now." I'm like, God,
yeah,
fuck.
it's wild. Tommy John. Hey,
It's his second time having it too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
First one didn't stick.
Shit.
Wait.
because he said he can't get back to pitching until like not this like that following
2023.
Was that on his left, too? Is he a lefty?
Can't pitch again.
Yeah.
He's
He's a lefty.
2023. How
Wow.
long does he have to wear robot
Good
arm
for him.
I think it comes off relatively soon, but he has to go back down to the States here right away to do
My
some rehab.
son is a lefty, and I could see him being somewhat of a pitcher. Maybe I could get this guy to show him some stuff. Pay him.
I'm pretty sure that's
You
what
think-
Jared does with his kid.
I would
With
love
Sabrowski?
to do that.
Yeah, I think that's how they know each other.
Oh, really?
Because I also brought up
Jared's
again.
big into baseball.
Yeah.
I
know
also
that
brought
much.
up again with Eric at the party that when his arm is back in operating order, that he has to throw some balls at us.
And was he open to the idea?
He loved it.
Oh my God, we go to what is it called?
Wherever.
Remax Field. We rent it out. It's like $100 an hour to rent out that field. It's beautiful. And we get him and we film it to throw us actual pitching.
Who's
Two
gonna
games
back
we play.
catch?
Yeah. We'll get one of the
Good question.
the Riverhawks to do
Yeah,
it.
Riverhawks, okay.
Yeah, it'll be a great joint promo.
If you've had 2 Tommy Johns, are you wasting pitches down
Dude,
there?
he could throw. If he could throw
my
if
God.
he maxes out at like 90, I don't know what he throws, but let's say he maxes out at like 90,
Huge
92. If he threw 80 to us, we would still be blown away.
That'll be so fast.
I was asking him.
So
I'm like,
fast.
I was asking him about the pitches he throws, and he's like, "Okay, this one, this one, this one." And he's just like, "I'm like, which one am I gonna hit?" He's just like, "You're not gonna hit fucking any of
Any
these."
of them. I'm like, any of
What
them.
if I bunt?
I was like, "Yeah, okay, but which one am I most likely to hit?" He's like, "Well, maybe fastball because at least it's level." He's like, "You're never gonna hit
Like
a
the
curveball."
chances of if he threw you a fastball at 80, of you finally catching up to it and swinging at the right time, and then once making connection, actually it not like just
turning into dust.
stopping your bat from like actually going,
yeah.
and then just you fouling it off because you don't have
You
because
go
we
flying
don't
in
have
the
the
stands.
strength to like.
You know,
We're not hitting anything.
You know, it'd
He's
be
going to be
another-
just throwing BP basically.
You know, it'd be another fun game to play with a guy who can throw smoke like that. I don't even know if this game's allowed in the schoolyard anymore.
Red,
Did you ever play red ass?
Oh man,
not
no,
a chance.
not playing.
no way.
He's
Did you
throwing
ever play it?
tennis balls at
Was
you?
it around when you went to school?
Barely, but you'd get in trouble for playing it.
Oh,
like-
so it's outlawed.
yeah, it was outlawed.
Oh,
when
wow.
I
That was a
in
staple in the.
That was the lunchtime game.
And then you had to
You
had to
stand
modify
against
it
a
to the
wall,
safe
Wanye.
version.
Wanye's giving a look. He doesn't know what red ass is. So you stand against a wall.
No.
And
No. Well, that's your penalty if you. So you
Yeah.
throw. So a bunch of people stand in front of this wall, and you have one ball, and you throw the ball against the wall, and then someone else has to catch it. But if they drop it, they have to run to the wall, and someone tries to pick up the loose ball. And if they throw the ball and hit the wall before you touch it, you have to then go stick your butt out, and then a guy gets to pitch the ball at your ass.
Like they can set out how far away they get.
Well, we set like a distance.
set a boundary.
So like that was the best political way to get back at the people you had beef with. Because like if you saw them dropping it, best believe you were gonna do whatever you could to get that ball and get him out so you can get a shot at him. We once played with a lacrosse ball.
What was
That's
some of
tennis.
that?
But
Animal
Grant,
tennis?
we were in
Tennis
junior
is the
high though, so like we didn't have the heat.
croquet
but
ball?
fuck
you
me.
can't get a lot of velocity on a test ball.
Croquet ball.
Croquet.
Oh, we played with racquetballs. Racquetballs could get they could sting.
Racquetballs
kettlebell?
sting a lot.
That was a great game. I know I could see you
death
alive,
ass.
but like, oh man, it was just being outlawed.
Yeah, like you.
Took 10 years to outlaw red ass. Took a generation of vice
Yeah,
principals.
basically.
Red House finally got canceled.
But like, it's not even that bad.
no, it's not that bad.
Toughens you up some.
Yeah, it toughens you up a little bit,
Why
but
kids today are such wusses.
I think the issue
Not
is
playing red
like
ass.
if it deviates from the arse area and it's getting guys up high, you know.
Can they play
What do you,
dodgeball still,
you
or is
face
that outlawed?
forward?
Back to the head, you know?
I have no idea.
You're like,
boys
I
ever
agree.
play-
I
Never
agree.
asked.
It's a
is-
tennis ball.
It should be
I've
fun.
never
yeah.
asked. Do kids play? I probably know this.
They have
answer.
to play dodgeball.
I'm gonna ask.
Oh, man,
answer
that was
next,
another great
answer
sport.
next pod. I
If
do
they,
not know.
yeah, because if they've outlawed dodgeball, I weep for society's
Yeah,
future.
I
What do you?
agree.
Yeah. What do you even do in
Floor
phys ed?
hockey,
I loved
basketball,
dodgeball.
soccer. That's about it.
I bet
My-
you we would be shocked to go to a school now as a little kid in disguise and see how different it is. Like I can remember playing recess dodgeball.
Yeah, in like a
and
21
kids
Jump
getting,
Street situation.
Smoked in the face with those red balls.
Yeah.
And everyone being like, ah.
See, so the reason I think that
Tackle
they would
football,
cancel
full
it is
contact,
not
street
because
hockey.
of the amount of injuries you could attain from it, but the fact that I was not able to not be one of these kids, but there's probably the kids that are just like, I can't believe we're playing dodgeball today. Like I never get the ball, and they always aim at me first.
Yeah,
But just
absolutely.
stay in the perimeter.
And
who
so they get
cares?
like anxiety about
Oh,
it.
man.
And they don't want to be
Stay in the
there.
perimeter.
My favorite form of dodgeball that we'd play was you'd play it on like a smaller kind of court. And you put a hockey net on either side, and so
If you
like
score?
So yeah, so you'd have to designate a goalie on each team.
Oh, shit.
And then
so
as
they were dodging.
So as your teammate, as you get hit, you're eliminated. You're off to the side. But you could free your entire team by scoring a goal on the other team's goalie. But like again, you have to stay behind half, right? And just
So
cut
the
one
goalie
back.
makes a save and gets hit by a ball.
The goalie.
That's what I was just
The
gonna
goalie
ask.
cannot
Great
get
question.
goalie cannot get eliminated and
Great
cannot
question.
eliminate anyone until they're the last person.
So then can they run out of their crease to like defend a ball that's coming at you?
Nope. There was cones to make a crease. So the goalie has to stay in their crease. But the thing, if you're the goalie, right?
Where did you go to school? Yale?
You're
This
trying
is
to
advanced.
This is really good.
You're keeping an eye because you're trying to keep balls out, right? And then sometimes if you're on offense, you're trying to like hide in the corner and just wait till the goalie's looking the other way and just whoop, lob one in there and get one past them. But anyways, when you're the last one, the goalie, then the pressure's on, right? Because you're now up for grabs.
Can you leave the crease when you're last one?
You can leave the crease. It's giving the other team a free pass to just roll one in and empty their bench.
And then it's everybody on
then
just
it's
you.
everyone against you, and
That's
you're
how
trying
the
to
game
score a
ends.
goal to get your team back.
Yeah.
Could you take
that does sound
as
fun.
you like were as the balls were rolling around your area? Could you take it and just kind of like set it off to maybe on top of the net just to get balls out of play to kind of mitigate the risk?
You could, but then again, at some point you're going to need to move that ball and try to score. Then you're giving the other team ammo, and all they got to do is hit you.
There was no funner time in conventional dodgeball than if you were the last person standing and you won.
And you caught them all.
And your team, and they carry you off the field on their shoulders. It's like Rudy.
The old, you have one ball, knock the one coming towards you away, and then throw.
Yeah,
I can
And
almost
everyone cheering. Like, this was...
I can almost smell getting hit in the face with one of those red balls.
Yeah, like leaves a little mark on your face. That's how you became a man in grade
Yeah.
4.
yeah, that
was good.
the day.
I miss dodgeball.
Yeah, me too. I'd love to play like a little adult dodgeball one day.
I won a dodgeball tournament when I was about 22.
Really?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
That movie made dodgeball
You were in a
relevant
dodgeball
again.
tournament
Yeah.
at 22.
There are leagues in
What was your team
Edmonton you
called?
can go into. I know.
The Hollywood Shoemakers.
Okay, that makes sense.
Checks out.
It's a
All right.
big profession in Hollywood. Shoemakers.
Yeah. We won.
Before we end this, though, I do
congrats.
want to. I want to bring back one of my segments, and that is my awkward encounter.
Oh,
nice.
please.
Oh, good.
I had one today on the way here, and it kind of is sad, but it's still really annoying.
Tells you where society's at.
Yeah. So I had to stop and get gasoline at a gas station that has a Tim Hortons attached to it. So as I am just starting to pump my gas, a really friendly older man walks up and politely asks if I could help out a homeless man. And I say, I don't have any cash. I don't have any change in my truck. I really have nothing but cards, and that's not abnormal. So I say to him, I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't have anything. And he goes, okay, thank you. And he walks back to the store. And so I need to get window wiper fluid, so I'm going to go in the store anyways. So I walk up to him and I say, hey, I don't have anything, but like I'm going into the store to get window wiper fluid. Would you like, there's a Tim Hortons there. I get you a coffee and a sandwich or something.
Nice.
What would you like? And he looks at me and he goes, no, could you get me a pack of cigarettes? And I said, sorry? And he goes, yeah, just a pack of cigarettes. And I'm like, I'm not buying you cigarettes, man. Like, if you want some food, I'll get you some food, but I'm not buying you cigarettes. And he looks at me and he goes, well, I don't want food. I want cigarettes. So no thanks. And just turns away and walks away. And I was like, what audacity. Like, this guy must not have hit rock bottom yet, because a fucking sandwich and a cup of coffee, if you're asking for help, is a pretty good offer.
like only
and I
5
don't
degrees
normally offer
outside.
this shit, right? Like, so
He
like,
walks away from you like, this isn't going to work for me. You're like, are you sure, though?
after what I offer, maybe upcharge me with like a 10-pack of Tim Biebs, right? Some of the Tim Biebs.
I got to load up on some of
Right,
those.
and you got a done deal there, right? Like, you're asking for a little bit more. I understand, good on you, but to go to a 20
Carton of cigarettes.
a pack of cigarettes,
Oh,
just a
that's not
pack,
so bad.
but a pack of cigarettes is like $25 now, and so they're not cheap.
What are you smoking on?
Oh, I'm not smoking on anything. I just know how much
$25
cigarettes are.
cigarettes?
A tin of
That's
chewing
how
tobacco
much-
is like $30 now.
$30, man.
Really?
And you can't get flavors. It's just normal dirt flavored. It sucks.
Like your water
So-
of choice.
Yes.
So I just found myself just looking at this guy and being like, what the fuck just happened? Like, the audacity on this guy, for one thing. It's becoming up to Christmas, and everybody, we try to do a little bit more around this time. And like, he was so nice to begin with. And I just was so fucking mad. And so, like, that it got turned off. Like, I don't know. It's going to stop me from wanting to help the next guy, though, Like, I didn't have
That's
to
the spirit
say
of
another
Christmas,
word.
Chalmers. That's the spirit of Christmas.
Anyways,
one guy pisses you off at the start of the season,
help
and you
anyone else
grinch her
ever.
all
I was
the way
very
to
annoyed by that
2022.
awkward interaction of me standing there being like, did I just get turned down by giving this guy some food? Was my offer not good enough?
I think you were being nice.
I think.
No,
you're
I
being
know
very nice.
I
You were
was
doing
being
your
nice,
best.
and I like
Make
want
the
to
same
feel good
offer
about
one more time, and all will be restored.
I'll give one more shot, but like,
I'll take sandwich if
My
you're giving them
God.
out.
I'll take cigarettes if you give them out. No, I'm kidding.
You're just
I
going to
don't
make him
smoke.
into
no,
chew.
it was like, it was the fact of the matter is I'm not buying cigarettes anymore, and so to walk into a store and buy a pack of cigarettes for somebody else, it just wasn't happening. And for him to ask me to do it, I don't know. I'm just so fucking annoyed by it. Get some fucking pride. Just kidding. Take the sandwich. Go barter it for a cigarette somewhere.
Be smart about this. Get the sandwich and trade it for 4 smokes in the alley.
So yeah, that's funny interaction with another human being.
I wouldn't even say funny, just like generally alarming.
It's
for
generally
society.
annoying and alarming. Just
Okay.
like,
Well, that was interesting. Interesting spot to wrap up this week.
Ended on a high note. That's what they said at podcast school.
hey, don't let it deter you from doing nice things this Christmas season.
No.
There's a lot of people that need stuff right now, and don't let one guy, don't let my story, because I'm trying not to let it bother me, but it's just
Chalmers, we're about to kick off a fundraiser with the Christmas Bureau and Oodle Noodle,
yes.
where we're going to be asking our amazing audience, and you can kick this off,
Okay.
to donate.
Okay.
And we'll match up to the first $5,000 in donations.
5,000 it is. Is that what you're asking for me?
$5. You're 5 cents into 10.
I'm sorry, did you just ask me for $5,000?
No, I get it. I'm just kidding.
Your $5 turns into 10.
No, I love it. Where do they do that at?
We will be launching that later this week. We just shot a video today. We got the
Internet.
Bureau's making a link.
A lot of stuff being
We'll be
launched.
promoting
recently.
a link.
Launching things.
Launching shit.
So try to raise money during this holiday season to help out those that could use some help during a special time with family and whatnot.
Damn right. Once again, shout out to all of our sponsors and everyone who showed up to the watch party. HGA Group, Sherwood Ford, Oodle Noodle donated, Twig and Berries donated, Maserati donated. I'm blanking on the car detail.
Oh, Genius Car Detail.
Genius
Yeah,
Car
that was a
Detail.
prize. Everyone was pumped for that prize. I
Yeah.
need that prize.
Tourism Jasper, really excited to do some stuff with them moving forward as well. A lot of really, really good stuff at that watch
I
party.
gotta say that's one of the things I'm the most excited about. I love Jasper. It's like that hidden gem. Everybody knows Banff. Everybody goes to Banff. They love it. But Jasper, Jesus,
Legit.
It's our little gem.
legit. And so to get to do more stuff there and more stuff with them is going to be a lot of fun.
I'd go to Jasper 10 out of 10 times before Banff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. All right. I'm going to put a wrap on this episode 333 Real Life Podcast. Talk to you Thursday.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Real Life Podcast. Don't want to miss any of our nonsense? Hit the subscribe button and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram.